Welcome back to Peace, Love and Tarot. This reading is for Aquarius, Sun, Moon and Rising, and it's the weekly reading for the week of August 5th to the 11th. Your cards this week, Aquarius, energy is leaving, completing or transitioning. You have the beautiful Death card here. Focus energies this week, you have the Three of Swords, followed by the Knight of Crystals for your clarifier, and we have the Two of Wands coming in towards the end of the week. Now, Aquarius, I did say the beautiful Death card because what I love about the Death card is that it is a strong opportunity for growth and transformation. If you can surrender to it, that is. We do have some really strong completion energy here under the Three of Swords and the Death card. So we're dealing with a matter of the heart here, Aquarius. Something that you are deeply connected to at a heart level. For some of you, that may be a relationship that's coming to pass, or the nature of it as you know it is ending. It could be a friendship that's gone toxic that needs to be let go because it's no longer serving you. It could be a job that you've outgrown, or a job that you just wasn't fulfilling for you anymore. So let's start with the recent past here. Now, the Death card did come out with the Knight of Cups in reverse. So this really means that you're moving on from a situation that, yes, wasn't fulfilling on an emotional level. So it was a Nine of Cups feeling. So I do feel that for a while it served its purpose. It ticked the box. So I'm strongly getting the sense that this is a situation where you've just actually outgrown that situation. You've probably got the learning and the lessons that you needed to get from it. You've gotten the growth, but now it's time to let it go. And it's important to let these situations go when the time is right, so that we don't stagnate and so that we don't delay our life path journey and miss other milestones. That's what we need to do to keep on track with the pacing of where our life is supposed to be going, and the timing of how that's supposed to move. So we've got the Death energy in here in your recent past that's come in to assist you with that process. The Death energy can somehow bring that situation to a head. It can somehow make you really feel that discontentment, so that it really triggers you to know that the time is right to move on from it. Now, with the Death card, the reminder is to surrender to that energy, because like I said before, we can risk becoming stuck and stagnating if we don't move on. We sort of have to be like this child here that looks death directly in the face, rather than the adult that sort of turns away and goes, oh no, I'm not ready for you. I'm not ready to let this part go. It's too painful. I don't want to go through it. But death is an inevitable part of our life, because through letting something to complete and pass, we create energetic space for other things to be planned and move towards in the future. And it is their saying comes into my head, if you do what you always did, you get what you always got. So if you desire something more for your life, if you desire say a 10 of Cups in the upright position, it is time to move on from something and let it go. And through that process, we continue to evolve spiritually, emotionally. Our soul can ascend to the place where it needs to be. Sorry. I need to swallow then. This flower on the flag here is the flower of alchemy. So really says that there is spiritual growth and a level of ascension to be achieved here, if you can allow that to pass. So yeah, focus energies this week, Aquarius. I do think that you will be feeling the pain of this week, and that's okay, because whenever we let something go, there usually is a period where we're grieving for the past. We might need to release, actually have that physical release. There might be tears, there might be some anger, you might have some outbursts. That is really, really normal when we're letting something pass out of our lives. And I think it's a good thing to actually let yourself feel it, but not sit in it too long. That's what I'm feeling here. Don't sort of be in that kind of misery loves company. Let it out, and then if you can, move on. Yeah, I was actually sort of hearing that it's a fine line between pleasure and pain as well. I feel like after you clear this pain, You know, there's really a lot more pleasure and joy and harmony on the table for you. And it's like, you know, it really is on that knife edge. So we really need to let this complete. And it's a great song, by the way, if you like that kind of music. The Divinals, it's an Australian band. Pleasure and Pain, check it out. Okay, so behind that Three of Swords there, we have the Page of Cups, which is very contrasting, I feel, to the Three of Swords. Now, my interpretation of this is, while you're going through this, you know, pain this week, or, you know, the hurts, there might be some heartbreak, you know, just don't forget your sense of humor. Don't forget your sense of fun. You know, if you can, you know, think about the good times from the situation and appreciate it. Have gratitude for, you know, the good times you had, you know, for the laughs and the joy and that kind of thing. And that will help you, you know, realize that you got a lot of good things from that, but actually, you know, on reflection, it's time to move on. So don't forget that. Now, also with the Page of Cups here and the Knight of Crystals, guys, this is strong opportunity energy as well, messenger and opportunity energy that wants to come in for you. So I feel like it's literally knocking on your door. As soon as you can kind of clear this, we have opportunity and messenger energy just bursting and waiting to come in. Because the Page of Cups can also be, you know, they call him the creative messenger. So this can be an insight, a new creative idea. It could also be a water sign young person coming in who somehow just gives you that little nugget of advice or says something that makes you think, you know what, yeah, this is, I am heading in the right direction. This is the right thing, you know, right thing for me to do. With the Knight of Crystals, you know, this is equivalent to the Knight of Pentacles in the Rider deck, guys. And the Knight of Crystals is somebody who is laying down a new foundation, doing the preparatory work and the planning, so that in the next season, in your next cycle, when the sun rises in the new dawn, then you can really reap a full crop. You can reap the rewards. So here we see you, after clearing this, already getting straight into laying a new foundation. So what might that be? Well, think about the things that you may have been putting off while you've been stuck in this situation. Is there some self-development work that you want to do? Is there an online course, or even, you know, study, that kind of thing that you've been holding yourself back from? You know, is there someone else you had your eye on, but, you know, you couldn't ask them out or do anything with them because you were clearing an old situation that you were, you know, out of love with for a long time? You know, this is you taking those first initial steps to create something that's going to turn into your next chapter. But the Knight of Crystals is a slow-moving energy, guys. So even though, you know, I feel like things are going to start shifting more or less immediately, it doesn't say that the rewards and the harvest is going to come in. That could take time, but just know that you are moving in the right direction. It's just about methodical planning, you know, putting the steps, taking the initial steps and putting that plan in place. And once you do that, Aquarius, you know, we really see that you can start to see an abundant, fruitful vision for your future. You know, this is such a great carry on from here, because you're literally now, you know, you've cleared this. You're literally like now getting excited about the future and realizing that you actually have the whole world in your hands. Now, the Two of Wands, if you can see the two wands here, this is the wand of the past, still attached to the castle. But this person here has a firm grip on the wand of the future. And, you know, they're even turning around towards that and they're looking out to it. Because I feel like this is somebody who is ready to really grab that wand of the future and step beyond their comfort zone into something new, into a new direction, into that abundant, fertile land out there. And that came out, Aquarius, with the Knight of Swords. So I really think in this situation, this is you being absolutely ready to jump on that horse and literally charge out towards that new future. I think that once you sort of clear this little bit of pain and these remnants, you're going to be guns blazing, really, really ready to jump into it. Now, just keep in mind the reminder with the Knight of Swords, it can be a very hasty, fast-moving energy. So just remember your Knight of Crystals pacing. Put the plan in place, take those first slow steps, don't run before you can walk. However, it's really good to, have that real gusto and really, be excited about this new future. So that's what I have for you, Aquarius. It's a really exciting reading. If you can just surrender to this death energy and bring this to completion, there's new opportunities, messages, and a bright new future ready to be planned. So keep in mind, this is a general reading, Aquarius. It won't necessarily resonate for every one of you, but for those it's meant for. And I'll see you for another reading next week.